Hey guys. Now before we begin today's review, I need to give a little disclaimer here. I don't get anime. I don't know why, but it seems like almost every time someone tries to introduce me to a new anime, I feel like I'm just missing the punchline somewhere. Hell, even with Miyazaki movies, the best I can do is appreciate them on a purely technical level. Okay, so it's very well put together, it's obvious that these animators put a ton of effort into it, but what the hell am I looking at? Even in anime where I'm supposed to be confused, I feel lost because I have no idea how confused I'm supposed to be. So when one of my fans suggested that I review Ringing Bell, which was produced by the same company that brought us Hello Kitty, I felt it necessary to make sure that I had plenty of booze handy for this review. Our movie begins in the middle of a desolate snowstorm, and... what the hell? Hang on. I think it must be showing you some clips from the wrong movie here.
Oh no! This is Ringing Bell. The same Ringing Bell that we were supposed to review.
Are you talking to me?
Well, we're not talking to the tiger head on your shelf back there. Hi, tiger head!
Well, what do you want?
We want you to stop reviewing this movie. We called dibs on it first.
Wait, you want to review this movie?
Yeah, we had our eye on this one for a while now. And when you meant while, you mean we just happened to stumble upon it minutes ago. Shh. Anyways, we want you to stop reviewing this movie so that we can continue our review.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't see what my reviewing this movie has to do with you reviewing it. I mean, can't you just do your review when I'm finished here?
Do you have any idea how much effort goes into beaming ourselves into a movie? We're not leaving until this movie is over. Wait, hang on. We're getting off to a bad start here. Look, Bob Sheox, Bob Sucks, Bob Zeon, Bob Shoes, Bob Cashews,
Bob Show.
Bob Shows, right. I'm Ralph Bear, and what my friend Mr. Hand's trying to say is that when we review movies, we literally put ourselves into the movie, and we can't get out of the movie until it's ended. Since we're going to be here for the duration, why don't we let bygones be bygones and just review this movie together? What do you say?
Well, with all the animated movies that I review, I guess it would be a good idea to get the opinion of an animated character every now and then. Alright, deal.
Yeah! Welcome to the stupid team!
Yeah, I'm not part of the stupid team. Anyway, the winter comes and goes, and we're introduced to our main character, a little lamb named Chirin, who wears the ringing bell that this movie is inexplicably named for. He apparently wears this bell around his neck so that his mother can find him when he goes wandering off. He's also so annoyingly sweet that just looking at him is going to make your teeth fall out.
He spends his days frolicking happily, since, hey, what the hell else is there for a little sheep to do? And his mother warns him not to play too close to the fence.
Chirin, the world can be a dangerous place. If we stay behind the fence, we'll be safe. You see that mountain?
Uh-huh.
That's where the Wolf King lives, and his favorite food is baby lamb.
Don't worry, Lambert the sheepish lion is in the next pasture over. He knows how to deal with wolves.
Hours go by, and when the other sheep decide to call it a day, it seems that Chirin can't be found.
Perfect. You give the main character something that distinguishes him from all the other lambs in this flock, and then immediately make it pointless. Even more time passes as his mother looks for him. Sheesh, how big is this pasture anyway? But none of the other animals have seen him.
She eventually does find him, and everything goes back to normal. And by normal, I mean really slow and boring. We see Chirin and his mom lounging under a tree, and we see the other lambs playing in haystacks. Isn't this just thrilling? Ah, but look how cute everything is. It shows that Chirin loved his mommy very, very much. True, this use of pacing really helps to hammer it in how much Chirin and his mother are so close, despite their lack of personality so far.
It's like they're trying to remake Bambi, but they took out all the whimsy.
And speaking of Bambi parallels, it's time for Chirin's perfect little world to come crashing down around him.
Did he just huff and puff and blow their door in?
Oh yeah.
Will we ever see him with this kind of lung control or power over the elements again in this movie?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Mama? What's wrong, Mama? Huh? Why won't you get up? Mama, what's wrong? What's wrong? Mama, you can't be dead. You just can't be.
Cheering. Oh, poor guy. I'm gonna miss Bambi's mom. Actually, that's
Bambi's mommy.
Dude, what the hell's your problem?
I'm sorry! I know this is horrible, but that's the reaction you're going for? Yes, be sad. Be in denial about your mother being taken from you. But this looks like he's pitching a fit in the grocery store because his mom told him she wasn't going to buy him any candy.
Hey, hold it. His mother wasn't even taken from him. She's just dead. We see the wolf kill 2 sheeps here, and he doesn't take either of them away? Why did he kill them if he wasn't going to eat them?
Yeah, really. If we're going to beat kids over the head with the harsh reality that bad things happen, shouldn't we also be showing how sometimes bad things happen for good reasons, i.e. wolves killing other animals so that they and their families don't starve?
And then an enraged Chirin runs off on his own, I might add, to face the Wolf King. Hey, other sheeps. Wanna give the kid a little pep talk? Go after him? If he dies or something, it'll be all on you, and he's gone. Yeah, nice talking there, coach. Real help. Don't worry, guys. Chirin can take him on. I'm betting that he'll teach that mean old wolf some manners.
And does he teach that mean old wolf some manners? Yeah, Chirin survives falling into blackness, somehow. And how does he exact his revenge upon the wolf who killed his beloved mother?
All right, I've decided to be your apprentice and learn to be strong just as if I were a real wolf like you.
Huh? And I think that look says more than any of us ever could. Look at him. He's completely dumbfounded. He killed someone's mother, and the orphan child suddenly wants to be his apprentice? How do you react to that?
Seriously, there's nothing wrong with a sheep wanting to be strong like a wolf. Hell, that sounds like it could be a Pixar movie. But this isn't how you do it. Who wants to be the thing that killed your own mother?
It's just as jarring as Joker killing Jason Todd, and Batman goes all, "Oh, thank God, I never liked that kid anyway. Can you teach me how to be a murderous psychopath like you?"
Look, how does this sound? If things don't work out, feel free to go ahead and eat me. No hard feelings.
Or he could just eat him now. That's an option.
So Chirin tries to hunt some bison, but that quickly results in him getting sprayed by a skunk, buried by gophers, and thrown into a briar patch.
Great! I love Splash Mountain! We then see the Wolf King fight off a bear, which is quite badass and embarrassing for my species as a whole, I might add. and hunting some deer, which he still doesn't actually eat, I guess. Is this wolf just a serial killer or something?
But none of this murder and peril is enough to deter our little Chirin, and he continues to bother the Wolf King, making me wonder why he didn't just eat him a long time ago.
Oh, by the way, why do they even call him the Wolf King? That sounds like he should be the king of the wolves. But, he's the only wolf we see in this entire movie. Actually, it's just another translation goof-up in the English dubbing of this movie. You see, in the Japanese dub, he was called simply Wolf. But apparently, whoever dubbed this wanted to make him sound much more menacing by adding King along with it. But come on, this is early 1980s dubbing. Cut some slack, okay? And since Chirin is too dumb to realize that crossing rapids is a really bad idea, he quickly gets caught in a whirlpool and drowns.
So much for dinner.
Hours pass, and Chirin somehow made it out of that perfectly fine too.
I'll follow wherever you go. I'm never going to give up. Oh.
Movie, you can't keep doing that. You can't keep trying to hammer it home that life is cruel and unfair and all that, and then have this helpless little lamb continue to survive hardship after hardship that would have killed him days ago.
Hey, you never know. Maybe this movie will reveal that Chirin is actually from the planet Krypton or something.
You don't really think that that's gonna happen, do you?
Oh, no. This is just me trying to be positive. Keyword trying. Apparently there's no room for anyone to think positively in this movie. While Chirin keeps bugging the wolf, he tries to save some eggs from being eaten by a snake, only to accidentally crush them himself. Good God, can this tone shift get any more darker? I can almost hear Daredevil narrating.
If there's one word that can describe this movie, it's uplifting.
In order for some to live, others must die. That is the law of nature. From the moment of birth, life is one endless struggle, and only the strong can survive.
But then, what can I do? I don't have fangs like a wolf, so how can I even fight? I can't do anything to protect myself.
Why do you want to become a wolf?
I couldn't stand it. They all just sat there in the pasture, too scared to go past the fence, too scared to do anything. I don't want to be killed. I want to be strong.
Good. Cry and let the anger out. It's the only way that you're going to grow fangs.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Life deals out few things besides pain, but from that pain you'll grow sharp, strong fangs, though they may not be the kind you can see. I will teach you how to live the life of a wolf, but it won't be easy, Pipsqueak. For the world I live in is a hell, where death is always close by.
Death always was close by. How has Chirin survived any of what's come before now?
And yeah, go ahead and train someone who hates you and turns him into a ruthless killer. I can't see this backfiring on him. Right, Starscream?
I don't care how much it takes. This is what I want to do. I know I can. You'll see I'll become stronger than a wolf. Someday I'll defeat even you.
Well, thanks for giving away the surprise ending there, kid. Now he's gonna train you to be the wolf equivalent of Wimp Lo from Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Face to foot style. How'd you like it?
And then Chirin begins to train to become a wolf, in the form of an 80s montage.
Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. But don't look down, just keep your head or you'll be finished.
Okay, hold the phone here. I know how physics are played really loosely in anime, And I know that movies love to tell you that if you just believe in yourself, you can achieve anything, but... really?
The training montage continues. Not only does he survive all the punishment that the Wolf King puts him through, but he also gets strong enough to take down bears and mountain lions without breaking a sweat.
I think you might be right. This kid is from Krypton.
And then we finally get to see Chirin grow up and holy shnikes!
Wow, all that training somehow gave him bull horns. I didn't know that being determined caused your anatomy to change completely.
I am proud of you, Chirin. You are a fine warrior. Even I could not turn you aside.
I owe it all to you. My goal was to overcome you. The only thing I wanted was strength, so I could strike down the enemy who had killed my mother. Living on this mountain has changed the way I think about life. And about you. For now I think of you as a father. And if the world you live in is a hell, then I'm willing to live there with you.
Oh dear, this is gonna turn into all kinds of wrong.
The place of your birth, your home. Tonight we'll make the attack. Will you be able to go through with it?
Of course I will.
So now that Chirin's an RA... Oh god. It's time to do what wolves do and slaughter sheep. But into their barn, he stops in his tracks when he sees another sheep protecting her lamb, just like his own mother did years ago.
Speaking of, where exactly are the other rams to fight Chirin off? Or do sheep just reproduce asexually now? Anyway, he can't bring himself to kill the other sheep, and when the Wolf King proceeds to kill the sheep himself, Chirin tries to defend them.
Are you out of your mind, pipsqueak?
I am a ram!
I am a ram!
Really? We're gonna do that joke?
Don't bite me, it's fun.
The fight comes to a very abrupt end as Chirin stabs the wolf with his horns. Wow, man. What this movie's rated? G? Someone from the 80s approve of this childhood soul-crushing movie? Jeez, Bambi at least dial it back a bit.
You have learned well. To turn out like this is the fate of every wolf.
Except for all the wolves who don't die in a senseless revenge killing, which is most of them.
No, I didn't want it this way, Wolf.
You know, you've been living with the wolf for 2 years now. There wasn't anything you could have done in all that time to convince the wolf that there are alternatives to eating sheep?
What would he want to eat lamb for? Clover tastes much better.
And yet you did nothing to push your anti-sheep ideology in the last 2 years. In fact, we barely got any kind of interaction between these characters. How did Chirin change from hating him to think of him like a father figure anyways? Of course, Chirin tries to tell the other sheep that he was one of them, but none of them believe him, leaving him without a home, and with the wolf gone, he's left without purpose too. Revenge! The most worthless of causes!
Wait, if he wants to prove to them that he was part of their flock, why not just show them the bell he's had around his neck since he was a lamb?
Why does he still have that bell? Wouldn't the wolf have ripped it off of him so that his prey couldn't hear him coming?
And so the movie ends with Chirin crying out for the wolf in despair, as it starts snowing again. So that was The Ringing Bell, and wow is it a mixed bag. On the technical side, this movie is gorgeous. It's very atmospheric, and I do like seeing Japanese animation take the effort to put in as many frames per second as possible to allow for more fluid movement, But aside from some unintentionally hilarious moments, this is just depressing. It starts out like your typical Disney film where everything's all cute and wonderful, and of course something horrible has to happen to our little protagonist, but then the movie ends without any resolution or redemption of any kind for anyone. The world just sucks, and there's nothing that you can do to make it better.
I feel this as a pretty good dark moral story for a G-rated kids film anyway, and at the same time a so bad is good kind of movie due to the unintentional goofy moments and story progression. The first act of the movie is really a story of lost innocence. Chirin clearly knows no better with him saying this line.
What would he want to eat lamb for? Clover tastes much better.
Now, that line like that is something a child who don't know any better on how bad and very complex the world is and thinks simple words like that will solve it. Then, when Chirin lost that said innocence, he went on a road to a Darth Vader themed path, seeking revenge, which could have been easily solved if he had given, a pep talk from a close friend or one of the other sheeps. Cause without discussing problems and let them all ball up inside, it'll result to some serious shit. There are kids around the world in America and foreign countries that lost their said innocence and went on a life of crime and war. And that was reflected pretty well on Chirin. And when Chirin realizes what a monster he has become and finally kills his mother's killer, then what? He was rejected by other sheeps, lives all alone, and might have died at the end. Who knows? And if there's any sign of a positive light, which, if done right that is, can be done really well, but giving Chirin a way out of the situation will prevent the children viewers from learning something, and thus this film has the balls for showing how bad life can be when you seek revenge. Alright, cool. While whatever Yogi says over there about how deep the message of the movie is, Chirin is a total moron. I've seen kids, sheeps, baby knockoffs learn from this situation. Who joins forces with a butthead who kills his mother? Again, imagine if Spider-Man joined forces with a guy who killed Uncle Ben. You'll face palm about that too. Also, some of the sound effects are kinda off, especially the grizzly bear during a fight with the wolf. And last, the screw you to physics when Chirin went from cutesy sheep to bullhorn ram, and some shonen style fighting physics on some of the fight scenes. It's one of the best Baby Ball Z movies ever! There's cutesy stuff, there's wolf battling wolves, there's Rocky quality montage sequences, Chirin's mommy died, Chirin could break through trees, Chirin mommy is gone, and Chirin looks badass as a super ram, and Chirin's mommy. Why must the good die young? Oh no! Yeah, Mike gotta pep talk the little guy, or else you'll catch him walking around with a lightsaber. Enough with the Star Wars references, Christ!
So I would recommend that you do see this movie, but just make sure that you have some Prozac handy just in case. And thanks for contributing to the review, stupid team.
Hey, no problem. This was fun. Maybe we could do this again sometime.
Maybe. But if we do, I'm gonna pick a movie that's just a little bit happier. See you next time.
います Hey hey let's go 金化する大切なもの Protect my vows 僕が悪い So let's fighting Let's fighting love Let's fighting love
subscribe, like, follow, comment.